Hello everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday so far. For those of you who are watching live, I have been sorting. I've been doing a ton of sorting because a lot of you know Stampin' Up announced a couple of days ago our retiring product list from our 2020 and 2021 catalog. Now, this thing is huge and I just saw a page. Can you see all these R's that I've marked in here? Those are all the products that are retiring on this page of dies in particular. We have so many products retiring. Used my big, huge list to flip through, mark them all in my catalog, and I've been sorting them out of my collection, making some piles so that I can highlight some of my favorite products for you, and then make some projects I can share with you all using some of these products. This is the time of year, if there are any of these products that you want and you would love to have in your collection, you have to get them because they are available while supplies last. And many of them are on really good discounts. I haven't studied all of the discounts yet. I've been trying to get information out to all of you and I have not actually studied the discounts. But for example, I know we have a punch that I'm going to highlight here in a minute that was $18 and now it's $7. So we have some really good discounts. What I want to do in this video, I have never done this before, and I'm kind of excited about it. Usually in the past, I just highlight the retiring products, go through, show you product after product with any samples that I have, sample cards or little treat holders or anything that I've made with those to show you how to use them. This time I'm doing it a little bit different. We are going to do Anna's top 25 today. So it really made me focus on if I were going to choose which products to add to my collection of all these retiring products, which ones would I choose? So I have chosen my top 25 and I'm excited to share them with you. So let's go ahead and get started. In countdown style, we will be starting at number 25 and working up to number 1. So here is my 25th top pick from this selection of retiring products. If I wanted to add them to my collection, here's my top 25. Seaside Notions. I love this set. I think it's a really neat, just a really neat theme. For those of you who love the ocean or the beach, it's just a really pretty set. It's great for men. Sometimes it's hard to find sets that work for men. We have so many flowers and butterflies and things, you know. This is a good set for men. Has really nice greetings in it that you can use with all types of cards. And here are 2 card samples that I have made with it. So Seaside Notions, number 25. Number 24, I don't actually have any samples here to show you, but this is our triple banner punch. I have used this and used this and used this in the years that we have had it. And how it works, you can either insert a 2-inch, 1-inch, or 1.5-inch piece of paper in here, and then it punches the banner part out. So you end up with a banner or like a little pennant. So you can punch one end or both ends, but this is a great piece to make tags or just little banners to decorate your cards. I have used it a ton, like I've said. Number 23, I actually just made a video here not too long ago that will be going live here in a few days on my YouTube channel, highlighting Shimmer Paint. Shimmer Paint is a little product that packs a ton of punch. And in my video, I believe I highlighted 7 different ways that you can use this. So I have just 2 samples here quickly. One thing you can do with this Shimmer Paint is to mix it with some rubbing alcohol, or you could use water if you like, but rubbing alcohol works a little bit better, in one of our spritzers. And you can use this to spritz over your cards when you're done, and it gives them just a beautiful shimmery look that doesn't come off. Okay, we don't like glitter that flakes off, do we? So that stays put and it's just absolutely beautiful. Another way to use this is to sponge it over paper. Now for the moment, I want you to ignore the bronze, very shiny paper in the background, and I want you to focus on these shells. And I'll tell you, when I started with this paper, it was just crumb cake cardstock, tan cardstock. I stamped on it. I added a little bit darker color with blending brushes, and then I sponged the Champagne Mist shimmer paint over the top, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. So really neat product. Actually, I think this one might here. I think this seahorse may have the shimmer paint on it as well. So really neat product, inexpensive, that you can use and use on your projects, and it really adds a lot to them. 22, and these are just a basic. A couple of these here are just basics that you can use with so many projects. Our metallic edge ribbons. Okay, we have tons of ribbons and embellishments retiring. This one right here has been a staple in my collection for years. Years and years. I have been using this ribbon like crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do without it now that it's retiring. Here is just one sample card made with the silver metallic edge ribbon, but it's perfect. It coordinates with essentially everything. When you don't have a ribbon that matches your project, this one is perfect. So both of those are retiring. Number 21, and I'm grouping a few products into one here. Tag punches. Tag punches are a lifesaver when you need to add a greeting or something small to the front of a project and you don't have the time or want to spend the time to use a die cutting machine, or some of you don't even have a die cutting machine. These things are a lifesaver, and I use them all the time. So we have quite a few punches retiring, and these two are in the mix. I love this one for little tiny greetings. This size is great for larger greetings. Here's a similar one. So make sure you check out those punches. Okay, number 20, my number 20 top favorite product that is retiring is the Scripty embossing folder, which is these little script words covering that folder. And I have used this. This is one of my most used embossing folders, but I had a hard time finding cards in my collection here with it. I think I've sent most of them out, but here's one I made up not too long ago with this butterfly set. And can you see I've used the pearlescent paper here on the front and embossed that there. I think you can see that a little bit better. Embossed it with that Scripty embossing folder. It's just beautiful. Number 19 is a very springy set. I haven't highlighted this lately, but when I'm looking through and seeing the things that are retiring, I am going to miss this. This is so cute. And I'm actually here, if you're watching live, I'm going to be popping back in with some more lives here in a little while, making some projects with these products. I'm going to be making one with this umbrella set right here. It has really nice greetings that cover different occasions, like thinking of you, just because. Showers, you don't find a lot of stamps that have to do with baby showers or wedding showers. It has this showered with love stamp that's great for a shower. So just a really nice set that I wanted to highlight. Number 18. This set is so fun. It is the Snow Globe Scenes dies, and there is a coordinating stamp set that goes with this if you're interested in taking a look at that. But we have that. We have these fun little snow globe domes that you can use if you want to use shaker cards or turn them into treats. Now, I've used this mostly for Christmas cards, but you can use this for anything. You can put anything you want inside this little globe, or you don't have to use the globes with it. You can just cut it open and have a scene in there, or you could turn it into a regular shaker card. But you could put anything in there. You could put balloons, you could put cute little animals, you could put people or little houses. You can put anything. This is a fun Halloween lantern I'd made a couple years ago with these. So that is number, did I say 18? I think I said 18. Number 17 is Butterfly Gala. Now with some of these, I am grouping the coordinating products together. So we have the Duet Butterfly Punch along with this Butterfly Gala stamp set. And these are sweet little butterflies. I like that they're small. You can add them to a lot of different types of projects and not take up a lot of space, not take away from whatever else is going on with your project. But what I've used the most on this set are those greetings. I use these greetings all the time. This A Little Note one is one of my favorites. I love this Hello Beautiful and the Thank You Very Much. Those are my 3 most used, but the other 2 are really nice as well. And here is just one sample card made with this set. So really quick, really easy to use because you have the coordinating punch and some nice greetings mixed in there. Next, let's move on to number 16. And we have the Stitched Nested Labels dies. Now, I will admit, when I first saw these dies, I didn't really think too much of them. They're a different shape than what I'm used to. I didn't see their potential initially. But when I started using them and seeing project samples shared with them, I quickly realized that they were a very valuable addition to my collection. So here are just a few cards that you can see. They make really nice shapes to stamp on and add, you know, whatever your detail is to the front of your card. They do have the stitching around the edge that you can see here. Just a really neat set. And this is a fun treat holder I've made. You can put your little pencil on the side. I have tutorials on a lot of these. If you want to look up the specifics on the tutorials for these, you can search my YouTube channel or my blog for the product or the name of what you think it might be. If you have a hard time finding any tutorials you might want to find, let me know and I can try to link you to those. So I just love this. It's got a little post-it holder and a little calendar in here for last year. And yeah, the Stitch Nested Labels dies are just a really great set for basic shapes to keep in your die collection. Number 15 is an embossing folder I have used over and over and over again. And I'm not sure I thought I would when I first got it. It is the Woodland embossing folder, these trees. So when you see this, I guess I don't know if you see a lot of potential in it, but there is tons of potential in it. Here is a very, very simple card I made with it. I just embossed the front of the card itself, use my blending brushes to add a little bit of darker color over the trees that makes them stand out, added a little tag with some lace and some gems. But this is a really nice one that you can use for all the seasons. You can make bright, pretty ones for the warmer months. When you get into fall, you can make the more, you know, the darker tones with some oranges and browns mixed in. Halloween is perfect. You can either make this out of black or gray, or you can even do like an orange and then go over it with some black ink, kind of like I did here to darken those trees. And then Christmas time, you can use whites and grays and make it look snowy. So you can find tons of samples out there if you start looking for this Woodland embossing folder. Okay, let's look at some paper. We have a lot of really neat papers every year. Basically all of our paper assortments retire with the retirement of the annual catalog. And here is one. People are going to be dying to have this paper after it's gone. So I want you to know it's going away in case you want to snag some before it's gone. And I will mention, this sale is while supplies last, and it's been going on for 2 days already, I believe. So some of this, it is possible some of this has already sold out. I have not been keeping track minute by minute what is available and what is not available, but this is the Playful Pets designer paper. Look at these cats and dogs, and look at that frowny face cat. She is just fantastic. We have some bigger dogs. I'll see if I can find, here's our bigger dogs. There's all these fun prints in this set. And what is really cool is we have the die set and the stamp set, which are not retiring, but the die set coordinates with some of these big cats and dogs in this set. So you can use your dies and cut them straight out of this paper. So don't miss your chance to stock up on this paper before it is gone. Next, number 13. Oh, before we do 13, I'll show you a couple of card samples. So here's a couple of card samples with that adorable pet paper. Here you can see all of these actually. I just cut the dogs and the cats out of that designer paper using the die that comes in the die set. So those are some samples. Now let's look at another butterfly set. Now, for those of you who follow along closely, you know that we just came out with a butterfly die set along with some stamps. And I love it. I love it. You've seen me highlight it quite a few times. This is another butterfly set that is really, really neat, and it can be used in a different way, which is why I wanted to highlight it here. So Butterfly Beauty, my number 13 favorite retiring product that is going away. So how this one is different from the new set is these have two very large dies inside. I'll pull this one out, that cut all of the butterflies together. So with a new set, it cuts them all at the same time, but they're all separated. So with this, you can use this big, beautiful butterfly image all together on a card front if you want. And it actually has a second very large one, very similar. They coordinate, and then we have all these little tiny butterflies and some little detail pieces as well. So here is one project I've made where I use that whole piece together. This was a lantern card that has a cutout with vellum here in the center. And then you can set this up with a little tea light, little battery operated tea light underneath, and it will light up underneath. So I do have a tutorial again if you would like to take a look, but that's a sample where I used all the butterflies together. Here is a sample where I actually cut them apart and use them separately. And this is one of my favorite projects I've made in the last few years. We can get you linked to that if you want to know how to make this project. So number 13 of my favorites that are being retired is the Butterfly Beauty die set. Next, we have a basic stamp set that I have used the greetings from over and over and over again, Bloom and Grow. And looking at this, you can't get the full appreciation for what's inside here. So let's open it up. Let's look at these greetings. So here, I feel like you can get a little bit more appreciation for the greetings. Look how large that is. This one says, "You are simply wonderful." This one says, "Let's celebrate you." You can tell which ones I've used by how much they're stained, right? The ones I've used over and over and over again. "Forever starts today." So here I have a couple of samples to show you. The "You are simply wonderful" one, I have used that over and over. Actually, it was just on this butterfly project I just showed you a minute ago. So I'll bring that one back out. Here is another "You are simply wonderful." And here is one that shows that "Let's celebrate you." So really neat set with beautiful flowers. There is a die set that coordinates with this as well, being retired. And I love those flowers. I had made some really pretty samples with the flowers quite a while back. But the ones I come back to time after time are those greetings. We'll change pace here for a second to a completely different product type that I want to make sure you know is going away. Okay, I have had lots and lots of you ordering the Stamparatus lately, which is wonderful because it is an amazing tool and it really, really helps with your stamping. Saves paper, saves headache, all sorts of things. So if you are not aware, a Stamparatus bag is retiring. The Stamparatus is absolutely not retiring. Hopefully it never retires. But this really nice bag to protect your Stamparatus is, and if I'm right, I think it's on a really good discount. I would have to double check to make sure, but I think this is a really good price right now. So has the zipper at the top. Turn it sideways just to make it easier for me to show you here. But I like this because your Stamparatus fits in here. If you have grid paper or extra mats, you have several pockets here that you can slide those down in. And if you ever pay attention to my videos, you'll notice that when I use my Stamparatus, most of the time I only have one of the plates attached because it's easier. It doesn't fold closed all the way if you have both attached. And most of the time I only need one. So I can keep the other one in this bag, protected where it's not going to get scratched or damaged in any way. Okay, nice. It's a nice way to store it. It's also a really nice way to travel with your Stamparatus. Or any other small projects or products that you want to take along. Could be just a really nice carrying bag for your craft supplies to go to your friends to craft or to go to a craft class. Moving on, number 10. Number 10, there is a die set that coordinates with this that I did not pull out, but you will get the effect of what it does here. How many of you remember when I did my quilt cards tutorial a while back? Okay, I told you then that when I first saw this set, I was I'll be honest, I was turned off by it. I thought, you know, what in the world would you do and why would you want that? I know, I'm sorry, but that's what I thought. So then I had the realization, hey, you can make quilt cards with this. And I got really excited. So I have two here that look a little bit like quilts. This one I made just with the dies, and they have the stitching around the edge, if you're able to see that. And this one I made just with the stamps. I had made up quite a few more. I don't have them to show because I've sent them out, but you should take a look for my quilt cards tutorial. Here is one other one I made recently that is totally different, not really quilt-like, but I just used those triangles in the background to add a little something to the edges of this card. So that is number 10. Now, number 9. And this is one I just highlighted recently in a tutorial. It is the Today's Tile stamp set and the coordinating die set. And I'm going to be honest, in the cards I'll show you here, I have not fully used this die set, but you can see what just a couple of the little dies can do for really pretty tags. But this stamp set, it's a two-step set, so you can stamp the darker, I guess we'll call it darker and lighter here, just to distinguish between these two stamps. This top one, the darker one, you stamp it first, fill in with this. It's perfect to use on the Stamparatus because you can get it lined up perfectly, and you can create beautiful cards like these two right here. So these are just really unique, which is why I wanted to highlight it. You know, we have a lot of greeting stamp sets, we have lots of flowers. This is a very, very unique set that makes gorgeous, very pretty and bold cards. So I wanted to highlight that before it disappears. Next is a coordinating product that goes with that set I just showed you, and it is the 10 tile embossing folder. I have been seeing projects online with this forever, and somehow I missed the boat on ordering it, and I just recently added it to my collection, and now I'm really sad it's retiring because you're going to see some gorgeous cards I made here for a recent tutorial, and I'm going to miss this because it suddenly became one of my favorites, and now it is retiring. So here's one. All I did was emboss this and then go over it with blending brushes and some ink to darken those raised parts. Here is another one where I embossed a full piece, and then I took all those pieces and I cut them down into squares and turned them into these cards. Here's another one, and then here's one similar to the first one. I just used some vanilla cardstock, went over it with some browns and tans with my blending brushes, and it's beautiful. Easy and beautiful. That's what we like, right? Next, we have a really basic stamp set for greetings in your collection. It is so sentimental. Okay, this is one I ordered immediately when it came out because I knew I would use the greetings a ton, and I was right. So we have different occasions: thank you, friendship, wishing you much happiness, so that's perfect for weddings, calling for confetti, that's great for birthdays, sending, I love this one, sending healing hugs for thinking of you, baby, and then a couple that are just a little bit more general. So here are just 2 cards that I've used this set for, but that I can't thank you enough one, and then the wishing you much happiness. So a really, really versatile set that you can use a lot for greetings. Next, and I almost want to tear up a little bit here when I talk about these, is our punches, our circle punches in particular. I know I highlighted our tags a while back, but I use circle punches all the time in my crafting, and they save me so much time, and I'm really sad to see these being retired. But if you do not have the 3 circles in your collection that we're retiring, I believe it's 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and is it 2 1/4, I think. I would really, really encourage you to get these while they're available. Our punches last forever. They're awesome. They fold flat to store. Many of you watching, I know you've used Stampin' Up punches, but if you haven't, you must try them because they are the best. So get these circles before they are gone. Next, we have another paper pack. And many of you are going to recognize this immediately when I show it. It is Forever Greenery. This pack of paper has been everywhere all year long because it's beautiful, right? It is absolutely gorgeous. And I am very, very sad to see it being retired. Now, it has quite a few more prints in it, and I appear to have used mine up, so I don't have them to show you here. But let me show you a few cards that I have made with this that will show some of those other prints. Believe I have videos on all of these if you would like to take a look at them at any point. Really simple one you can make with some little scraps. Here are a couple more. Actually, this one I stamped it with this stamp set, so I'll take that one out. But the rest of these all have that beautiful paper on it. This one is kind of a modified gatefold on the front, but just beautiful papers. They're not too girly. They're not too, I don't think they're too anything. I think this is just a really nice set, again, that you could use for lots of occasions and lots of people on your card list. Next, I think I might cry again. Now, of course, I'm going to hoard these products forever, some of them, but I may want to cry for those of you who want these things later on and are no longer able to get them. And this is one of them. This, people are going to be looking for this. I know it. The Harvest Hello stamp set with the Apple Builder Punch. So this does apples, but it also does pumpkins. And I couldn't find any of my pumpkin samples to show you now, but I have quite a few different ones on my website if you search for this in the search bar. So it's got really cute sayings, okay, to an A+ teacher, okay, for any of you who are parents or help people with gifts or makeup crafts to sell. Okay, people are always looking for teacher gifts and don't know what to give. So I have several here I'm going to show you that I've made in the past, but we also have Feel Better, Give Thanks, Hey Pumpkin, which is just a cute general greeting for, you know, for fall. Welcome Back for when teachers are back to school. We have the little jack-o'-lantern face you can add on the front, and the punch punches them out quickly and easily. So here are do I have 2 samples here, and I hope I don't get a glare here, but this is a decorated notebook. This is something that I've packaged up in my craft fair collection for when I'm out and at craft fairs and selling things. But this is a decorated notebook. It's just one of those composition notebooks that I covered with some cardstock, decorated with the cute apple. Here's a little post-it note holder and just a cute, really cute gift set. And then another example is this little gift card holder that I've made up. So this is a set I have used a lot, and I'm probably going to continue to use a lot in my personal crafting, just not for products to share with you, since it will be something we won't be able to purchase anymore. Next is the best die set I have ever, I just got distracted. I was looking at comments. Best die set I've ever had. It is my most used die set, and it is a little bit messy right now. So let me just pull it out and organize it. We have, I'll show you this and then I'll just move it around. So it has 4 squares, 4 ovals, and 4 circles. The circles are on the back. Here are the circles. So it cuts out the circle, then it adds the stitching just inside of the shape. So I have a couple of samples here I will show you made with this. Here is one of them. This is a retiring stamp set. It didn't make my top 25, but it was close. Beautiful friendship. But here you can see how I've used that tag right there on that circle. And I'll bring back in my Apple notebook here, because here's another one of them. If you can see that stitching around the outside of the circle right here. But this is a set I honestly, truly believe I've used that more than any of my other die sets that I've ever had. So if you don't have it, take a look. Okay, we are wrapping this up here. We have 2 more. 2 more, and this one you probably haven't seen me highlight it a lot, but I've used it a lot in my personal crafting. It is the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. Have you seen this? Have you used it? Have you ordered it? I am becoming a huge fan of big, bold greetings. So I love it for the fact that it has big and bold greetings, but I love it because of the greetings in it, because they're all purpose, they're positive, and they're encouraging. And you know what? I think we need more encouragement in this world that we live in. So let's stamp it and let's share it. And this is a perfect set to do that with. So here are a few card samples I have made with it. This one, I believe we did this at my stamp camp when this catalog came out, which has been almost a year ago. And then here is one, I just highlighted this not too long ago in a video with the Starburst card design, the You Are My Sunshine stamp. Love that one. And then one that I have used quite a lot is this Make Today Ridiculously Awesome. This one right here is a decorated notebook I sent to a few of my team members who participated in a Stampin' Up event a while back. And then this one is another one of those Starburst cards that I made up. So when you have a large greeting, it really takes the load off on how much else you need to do on your card, because you can use that large greeting, just add something little behind it, such as these tags. When I highlighted that triple banner punch, I didn't have any samples to show you. Here are a couple of samples of what that does, is this punch on the end of them. So those big greetings really make it quicker and easier to make really pretty and nice cards. Okay, my friends, we've arrived. We've arrived. It's time for number 1. Are you ready? Are you ready? With some of my ordering, I had a hard time deciding what went where. What do I put number 5 or number 6 or number 12? Number 1, right out of the gate, I knew it was the Arrange a Wreath stamp set and the coordinating die set that I can't show you because I loaned it to somebody. But this has a matching die set that if you get this, you have got to have the die set. You've got to. It's a rule. I made it up right now. So I have a few samples to show you. Some of my favorites are not here, but I do have a few favorites. or a few to show, sorry. Here's one. This was a tutorial when I taught you how to emboss in any color. So that green is actually embossed. Just really basic. Use that big wreath stamp, add a little tag, done. Pretty easy. Here is one. I think I have tutorials on all of these. Here is one. It's a double pocket card, and I think my left pocket is missing. It's what belongs in there, but it had a little pocket with that you could put a gift card holder in, and then the right one has the greeting where you can sign and everything. You tie this up over here and makes a really pretty just gift for anybody. It could be a birthday gift, but really nice wedding card as well. My original ones I made, I think, were actually for weddings. Here is a little frame I got at the dollar store. Used the birch stamp in the background, which I believe is retiring, with the die cuts from that Wreath Die Set. Beautiful. I love this. Love this. And I don't have it. It's hiding from me. You have to, if you love this set, you have to look up my seasonal interchangeable wreath that I made with this set. And that's what it should be called on my website and on my YouTube channel. But you can create a wreath a little bit like this one with these little, I made it so you could change it out for all the seasons. So the die set includes poinsettias. So we had poinsettias for Christmas with the little Christmas greeting in the center. Then Easter eggs for Easter. We have pears that I think I used with the best wishes for kind of any time of year. We have give thanks with the little leaves. We have Happy Heart Day with the hearts. If you like the set and you haven't seen that post, look it up. Seasonal interchangeable wreath. And there, my friends, is number one. So if there are products here that you see that you're interested in, or if you just want some good deals and you want to see what else is disappearing, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products retiring, and I only just showed you 25 of them. So make sure you take a look at that sale. I'm going to link to the shopping link below so you can get straight there with that link. And if you have any questions, want to find any of these tutorials, please send me a message. I will make sure you can find them. Have a wonderful day. And if you're watching live, remember I'm going to be popping back in here in a little bit, showing some projects made with some of these retiring products. Have a wonderful day.